I am Eloise. I am an author, a writer, former corporate lawyer, and I studied law at Cambridge. And today I'm going to talk about the difference between Oxford and Cambridge and how you could make a choice between those two universities for your law degree. So before we get into the details of the degrees themselves, it's best to ask yourself these central questions. What are my priorities and values when it comes to studying or going to university? What are my priorities when it comes to deciding where to live? What kind of university experience do I want? What is important to me in the law degree? In terms of the course requirements, they are fairly similar between Oxford and Cambridge. The official Cambridge website states an A-star AA offer is typical across its colleges, depending on the college. So some colleges might offer slightly higher, so just make sure to check your specific college, while the official Oxford website states an AAA offer, but again, dependent on contextual factors and the particular college. Both universities use the LNAT as a form of an additional assessment requirement, and both universities also offer an interview. Cambridge tend to interview a slightly higher proportion of its applicants. So if you are someone who feels like they would thrive within an interview environment and really wants the opportunity to interview, Cambridge might be a potential choice for you, while Oxford interviews a smaller proportion of its candidates, although a higher proportion of that percentage are likely to get offers. In terms of the structure of the universities, both Oxford and Cambridge are collegiate universities, which means that the overall structure is the university, but life and study takes place within each college. For both Cambridge and Oxford, in the admissions process, you have the ability to select a college. And this is really important to choose a college that feels like it's appropriate for you, that feels like a good fit for your values and who you are and your preferences. And as always, the best way to know which college is right for you is to attend an open day, if possible, even a virtual open day, to read the college prospectus and to understand more about the college based on its specific website and any channels of social media that it has. In terms of the quality of education that you would receive at Cambridge or Oxford, both would offer a world-class education with incredible opportunities, amazing resources, and just a fantastic way to start your journey into law. There may be slight differences of focus between the universities depending on what you're interested in. It really is worth looking at the modules listed on the faculty website so that you can get a sense of how the differences between the universities and the different focuses that each are taking, especially when it comes to optional modules or in your later years of your law degree, being able to choose certain areas of interest. In terms of the teaching style, there are some key similarities between Cambridge and Oxford, one of which is the small group teaching setup. So at Oxford, these are often called tutorials, and at Cambridge, supervisions. But essentially, this is a small group setting in which you are really tested and challenged on your understanding of the law and your application of the law in reality. This small group teaching style is thought to be one of the best and most effective ways for you to learn, with the ability to enhance your understanding at a very quick pace and also develop the capacity to advocate for yourself. Alongside your small group teaching at both universities, you will have lectures which are taken as a group. And so this is a great opportunity to gain an overall understanding of the topic while also networking and meeting other people from other colleges. In terms of your career prospects, again, you'll have huge advantages going to either Cambridge or Oxford for law or for anything else that you want to do. So not necessarily just becoming a lawyer, solicitor, or a barrister or another legal route in the English legal system, but also lots of other careers. So you'll be exposed to careers fairs, to lots of opportunities to network with companies, to work experience placements, and to connections that you might not otherwise have had. In terms of career prospects, again, there are some big similarities between Cambridge and Oxford in the sense that you will have access to lots of different opportunities, work experience placements, careers fairs, careers advisors, connections, and networking with people in different industries, law and also outside of law. One thing that might interest you about the title of the law degrees is that Oxford names its law degree Jurisprudence, the philosophy of law. This is predominantly a historical feature of the Oxford law degree that has developed through lots of key academics in the field of jurisprudence having key roles in the faculty within Oxford. And it is really important that if you are applying to Oxford, you read up about this history and understand how this has developed over time. All of this information is available on the Oxford Law faculty website. Remember, of course, that although the Cambridge Law degree is titled Law, you also do have the opportunity to study jurisprudence as an optional module. In terms of the cities themselves and what it's like to live in either Cambridge or Oxford, the best way to get a feel of the place is, of course, to visit, if it is possible, or to check out some of the virtual tours that are available on the university websites. You can also check out the social media channels for either Cambridge and Oxford and get a feel of what the colleges are like and what the layout of the city is. Most people will say that Oxford feels a little bit more like a bigger city and the colleges are a bit more spread out, whereas Cambridge can feel slightly more like a university town where everything is a bit more condensed. But again, there are some key similarities between both cities. They're both beautiful, they're both fantastic places to study, and they both have great living arrangements. In terms of living arrangements, you might be surprised to learn that you often don't live within your college for the full 3 years. It really depends on your college and how much student housing they have within that actual college building. But often colleges will have other places for you to live. So you might live within college for your first year and then move out somewhere else in the town for your second and third. You might have come to this video thinking that there would be huge differences between the Cambridge and the Oxford law degrees, which obviously there are some key differences and things that you might want to look into, things that might be better suited to you from one university or the other. But fundamentally, both of these universities will offer a fantastic law degree and a great start to your studies in law. If you are looking for any more information, support, help, guidance or mentoring, please do check out the information on screen, which will help you to connect to an admissions expert. And most of all, best of luck in your journey towards a law degree.